Alright, let's look at this one. We've got y squared 5y minus 4 minus 36 and 5y minus 4. So we want to factor this completely down, and what we're going to do here is, because we have a 5y minus 4 in this term and a 5y minus 4 in this term, we're going to factor out a 5y minus 4. So we're going to be left with a y squared minus 36. Now, we can factor this again. Now this falls under factoring, this part right here falls under factoring binomials, because there's two terms here. And I do have a section on just factoring binomials. But to factor this, we're going to write y minus 6 y plus 6, and of course if you multiply these two together you should get y squared minus 36. Now this 36 right here, 6 squared is 36. Okay, and a little side work here. We have y squared minus 6 squared. This is the difference here of two squares, and you can break this up, and it's always going to be a minus and a plus. However, if this was a plus sign right here, we couldn't do that. So just a minus sign. Alright, this will be a minus and a plus. Okay, well that's as far as we can go with that one. Alright, let's look at this one here. We have 5x cubed minus 2x squared minus 45x minus 18. And what we're going to do here is we're going to group these terms. So I'm going to group these two together first, and that's going to be 5x cubed minus 45x, and then I'm going to group these two together, so we have minus 2x squared minus 18. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at these two here. I can pull out a 5 because 5 goes into 45, and I'm going to also pull out an x, and there's one here, so we're going to pull this x out right here. So 5 and x, we're going to be left with x squared because we pulled one of them out, and this would be 9 right here. Okay, in this particular one here, I'm not sure why. Okay, this is supposed to have been a plus sign right here. Not sure why I wrote a minus, but anyway, that's a plus sign, so we just changed those two. Okay, so in this particular one, I'm going to factor out a 2. We're going to be left with x squared minus 9. So as you can see in these two terms here, we have an x squared minus 9. And so that's what we're going to end up factoring out, is an x squared minus 9. And then we're going to be left with 5x plus 2. Now remember, you can always check this by multiplying this whole thing by each one of these, and we'd end back up with this again. Well, we're still not finished. We can factor this as the difference of two squares. This is 3 squared, which is 9. So we end up with x minus 3 times x plus 3 times 5x plus 2. So that has now been completely factored. We are good to go on that.